we will demonstrate collect the undisturbed soil samples using the sample kits. So therefore we can use the sample to determine the soil physical properties, like determining the water permeability, bulk density, air permeability, saturated hydraulic conductivity. So therefore we will today demonstrate each instruments and how we can pursue to take the soil samples step by step. Yes, this is the soil core sampler. This is made by seamless stainless steel. This is a volume is known like 100 cubic centimeter. And then we will use the samples to take undisturbed soil samples. And then also the cap, and can protect the samples after you took the sample. And this is the sampler for the surface soils, and then with the hammerhead and then guided rod. The guided rod is help us to take the sample, go straight ahead, and then prevent the bending. First, if you want to take the sample, remove the caps from its bottom and top of the ring, and then attach the ring inside of this hammerhead, and then using the impact absorb hammer. This is very important because we would like to use this hammer to prevent the compaction. And then whenever you go to soil, and then push these samples inside the guide, and then hammer gently to get the surface soils. Instruments for the deeper soils, we have sample holders, and then cutting shoes. That the sample, the ring is gonna go inside of that cutting shoe, and then attach to sample holder, and then with the help of the O-ring, a black O-ring, and then clips, holding clips, and gently push it, and then lock it, and therefore the sample is ready to take. This will be used for the deeper soils, not the surface soil. This is for the surface soil, this is the deeper soil. And also we have a spare one, and we have a spade. So therefore it helps us to take the sample out from the surface soil. And for the deeper soils, this is the hammerhead we were going to attach with the extension rods. And then also you want to clean that sample rings, and then we have a brush and red knife, and then 2 wrenches to dismantle the rods. We have 2 different type of augers, and this helps us to go to deeper part of the soil itself. So therefore first we have to make a guide with this with the auger, and then using this rods and everything, and then using the rod and our sampler, we can go deeper and take the soil samples. This is called that Edelman auger, and this is for like a fine soils, and then wet soils easily you can use and make a hole, for guided hole for taking the deeper soil samples. The Edelman is for hard and then dry soils. You can easily to make a guide for our samples. Now we will gonna demonstrate and using the hammerhead soil sampler for the surface soil. And what for need that, first we have a ring, stainless steel ring, and then remove the caps, and then carefully press the cylinder inside towards the edge of the sampling. As you can see, there is a O-ring over here. It helps to hold the ring together. So push it, and everything is settled down now. It's ready to take the sample. And then to installing our guiding hole for the surface soil. Just press it down and then ready to go until the sample all the way down. As you have to follow up, this bottom part has to go all the way down to the edge of this. So therefore you're sure that sample went through and then collected the soil. With the impact absorbing hammer, gently hit the hammerhead. We assume that it's ready to take it out. Slowly turn the sample is ready to process. As you can see, it's, and then cover up at the bottom. And then, as you can see, the top is loose a little bit, and so that gently level it with the knife, and then cover up with the other end. So in the field condition, you have to write down what is your sample number and then location. If you got other information, you have to use like a permanent pen. And the surface soil is ready to process in the laboratory. Now we will go to deeper soil sampling using using help of with the riverside type auger. We're using the riverside type auger because the soil is dry and hard. So we will make a guide hole to take samples from the deeper soil profile. So for that reason, we just mark that. Let's say we would like to go that deep, or whatever the depth you're interested. Know that which depth you want to go. So, and with the handle, you have to put this hammerhead. And then put the auger in over here, and then start to guide hole. One more. Let's assume that you reach the required depth you want to sample. So therefore, let's assemble the sample holders and everything. And then take the extension rod, put the hammerhead, and then our assemble soil sampler, which is, let's remember again what the inside. That's a cutting rod, our sampler, stainless steel sampler, 100 cubic centimeter in volume, and then put this inside, and then also attach our sample holder with the O-ring is going to help us to hold it, and then lock it. Now the sample holder and then all the cutting rod, cutting shoes is ready for sampling, and then attached to our extension rod. And then I'm putting to our guide hole with the impact absorbing hammer. I have to hold at the both handlebar and then gently hammer the samples all the way to down. I assume the sample is ready to take it out, and gently turn like 190 degree, start to pull out slowly. As you can see, our excess soils are inside. So, and also don't forget to keep the rubber is attached to this sample holder, because it helps us under pressure and then over pressure, to releasing the pressure and then applying the vacuum to hold the soil sample together. So carefully I just unlock the sample and then try to push slowly out. As you can see, our samples is excess amount of soil over there. It's good for us to trim the soil sample easily. And with the cap, we don't want the soil is fall down because it's quite dry. And then put the plastic cap and then turn sample slowly and then start to push gently by hand. And then you see that it's empty now. Our samples over here. With the knife, just level it carefully. And then put the caps, plastic caps on top of it. Yeah, put the plastic cap carefully top of it. And then turn the sample down. And then again the simple same trimming procedure, slowly and gently. And then put our sample other cap top of it. And again, please do not forget to write down the location number, whatever the depth and everything you took from the hole. It's 2 samples now. We took it, is ready to go to laboratory and process for further analysis to determine the soil physical properties.